The First Amendment establishes freedom of religion, freedom of the press, and freedom of speech. It specifically says as follows: Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. The First Amendment can be categorized into 5 different areas. And it's important to know how these areas affect our lives and what it means to us today. From our early American history classes as youngsters, we learned that the early colonists left England to come to America in order to have freedom of religion. Well, freedom of religion in the First Amendment establishes that we can go to any church we want, any synagogue we want, any mosque we want. And the government cannot mandate a national religion or national church and make us practice that particular religion.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us
I'm Brittany Fulp and I'm 17 years old. I think that religion should not be in school because everybody has different opinions and people shouldn't be judged on what they believe in and they shouldn't be forced to do something that they don't like. So having somebody tell you what you should and shouldn't do if you don't agree is wrong.
In my opinion, I really don't think there should be a lot of praying in school because you never know. People could actually be a different religion, or they have many different religions, so you really don't know what kind of religion they are. And it might offend some people because of it. So.
Aware of their rights in relation to search and seizure? I would say on the most part no, that they're not.
I was a freshman. It was like my 3rd week at school and me and my friends were just getting drinks for the weekend, I guess, and we were in the yellow lot back by the stadium and we were just putting beers in a backpack at the trunk, which is not a smart idea, but we were dumb. And an undercover cop came up behind us, and he was like wearing a black sweatshirt and just kind of creeped up and was like, do any of you ladies have an ID? And he arrested me because he saw me holding a beer at the time, and the other girl that got arrested was driving the car, so she was transporting, I guess.
My name is Jasmine Weeks and I'm 20 years old. I think the teacher had no legal right to do that because she still doesn't have that authority. She should have contacted either school officials or the police or someone who had the authority to actually conduct a proper search and seizure.
Thank you.
Yeah, she should be searched. There's probable cause. So she should.
Yeah, because when you're on school campus, especially if you're under the age of 18, you compromise certain rights that you have. Teachers are like your second parents. You know, if it was her mom, she have the right to search her.
Yeah.
She doesn't need a warrant to go search her
Yeah.
room because that's her mom.
She's also not an adult. She's
Yeah, so-
14 years old.
Yeah.
And if she's blatantly smoking weed and they caught her before, then there's definitely a reason to search her.
Yeah.
Haviv Avrahami, 21.
Oh yeah, Trey. What's my last name? Hendricks. How old am I? 20 years old.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I think that it was wrong for the girl to be violated, I guess you can say, because it is a violation of your privacy. I don't think a teacher should be allowed to go in anybody's stuff. I think if you do investigate them, you should ask a question and let them show you their stuff. Don't just go on people's stuff because that's rude and that was very disrespectful, and that's my opinion on it. Cleopatra King, 17.
When Carol Chessman was executed in California's gas chamber in 1960, there were about 150 men on death rows around the country. Thanks in a way to Chessman, some of them would be spared. Chessman proved, as few inmates had, that by filing endless appeals, execution could be delayed for years on end. Now the courts became clogged with legal challenges, and Americans, never of one mind about the death penalty, reconsidered the idea. Support for capital punishment dropped sharply. By 1967, an informal ban on executions was in effect. The ban would become formal when the Supreme Court agreed to review the appeal of a man named William Henry Furman in 1972. Furman had been found guilty of killing a man during a house burglary in Savannah, Georgia. The 25-year-old Furman claimed his gun went off accidentally when he tripped over a wire in leaving the house. In April 1969, he was sentenced to die in the electric chair. Furman was illiterate, with an IQ of only 65. Furman's case became the focus of a campaign by groups like the American Civil Liberties Union to abolish the death penalty. They argued that executions were inherently cruel and unusual punishment. And since nationally, most of the inmates on death row were black, they argued that the use of the death penalty was racially biased. In the ornate hearing room at the Supreme Court, where the most vital matters of American justice are debated, 9 robed men presided as the death penalty went on trial. Renowned death penalty opponent Anthony Amsterdam took up Furman's cause. He argued that most of the civilized world was turning away from executions.
I do think the death penalty is cruel and unusual punishment for an accident, but I do feel like he should have been punished. So